Hey guys, I haven't seen y'all in a while. I've been really wanting the chance to kind of rethink this whole YouTube thing. I kind of started out with a lot of the. Where are you going, Citrus?
Me?
Let's go. Anyways, like kind of the whole YouTube drama talking shit about Janelle and oh my god, Krusty. I stopped with Twitter. I stopped with all that. I had like a lot of stuff going on. Gotta stop giving Krusty clout. Just stop with it. Like seriously. Okay, no shit, like really bad lighting. If you look behind me, if y'all have looked around me any whatsoever, like you've noticed this is not at all the same background. Like, I mean, granted, y'all do usually see me in vehicles. And yeah, I've got like a tablet, like shit like that, but dude, I work in Tucson. Well, I just work in one now. I'm about to go to work in another one. Still farm, do the mom thing. Oh, and my abusive ex set my house on fire. It's gone. And I am in an apartment now in the hood, in the projects. It's actually, I'll say that, but it's really cute when it's clean. We just now got our washer and dryer moved in. And it was such a process because everything's gone. We didn't have insurance. I'm going to sit down and I'm going to make a whole video on that. But I mean, I think some of y'all may have been with me whenever I uploaded the video from the emergency room last January when he broke my jaw. Guys, and that was me taking him back after a 2016 standoff with police. Nearly killing me in 2017. It was the drugs. He was in a bad place. Yada yada. I mean, like, I made every excuse and found ways to blame myself. And I'm going to touch base on all that, like the dynamic with domestic violence. And really, that's the direction I really want to go from here. I don't get many views anyway. I forget to upload. But that is something I could really, really kind of get into. I really want to reach out and help other people. It's really easy for you, anybody. That's another reason I kind of backed off, like with when people, their little reality star Janelle Evans, like, well, I kind of backed off there. And I don't talk to people in my personal life about having a YouTube channel because I mean, I really kind of felt stupid on here talking about like Krusty and oh god, I'm sorry. But no, like Janelle, it's just stupid. It's just something for bored housewives. It's not anything that affects our lives. I mean, it's just a way to kill time. But I really want something that counts, and I really, really want to share my story, what I've been through, what these kids have been through, what we continue to go through because of this man. And the way I kept getting shoved right back to him because I didn't just have him to make me feel like it was my fault. I had like an entire town, oh, well, she must like the abuse, or oh, he's so nice, it must be something she's doing. Like, oh, yeah. So, like, okay, even they agreed something I'm doing wrong. Like, yeah, I have a wrinkly forehead and I try to do something with that. It's just, yeah. But, yeah, I'm actually going to sit down and put some thought and process in, like, because, we need some chronological order here, but we've been through a nightmare. Our big German Shepherd, he's dead. Apollo, he died a couple of weeks ago. After the fire, he had to go to a dog sitter, and she's a sweet lady. She fed him, she loved him, but she kept him outside, and he was in a pen, but nobody ever closed the gate. And we had to bury one of my babies, and that just fucking kills me because I've had Apollo since he was born, and I paid a lot of money for him, invested a lot of money in him. Kept him right by my side. My big old fat cat, I don't know if you ever saw him in any of my videos, but he's gone too. He was killed in the fire. And the cops here will not do anything. That's one reason why I really feel like I need to be public with this. Because, this guy, again, 3-hour standoff with police, nearly killed me. The sheriff himself said that Nick was a time bomb, probably one of the most dangerous men in the county. Don't take him back, he'll kill you or you'll lose your kids. And last January when I started reaching out for help, it was almost like, oh bitch, you took him back, you're not worth helping. That's the vibe I got. And you're always starting to burn my house down. Always telling me before anybody lives here without me, or before another man sleeps in here. bitch, not to sound like a whore, but there were many men before you, because this is my house. This is the house my great-grandparents built for my grandparents when my mom was a baby, and she took her first steps here, and then I took my first steps there, and then my daughter took my first steps there, her first steps there, and then you burn it to the fucking ground because you felt you had the right. No, fuck that shit. Excuse my language. Ooh, I'm not supposed to cuss on here. But no, you burnt my house down. I had dropped insurance like the year before when he got fired for being an idiot. And I couldn't afford everything all by myself, as usual. Like, I was always paying for everything. He stole our stimuluses and got away with it. As a whore that calls my phone, gets away with it. Threatened me. If I go to court and testify against him, they're going to kill me. They're still getting away with it. Like, I don't know, but I watched my whole life go up in flames, and it was the hardest phone call I've ever gotten. Like, my house wasn't just a house. You know, that was generations. That was my big brother's inheritance. That's what he was going to... He knew it was the only place that ever felt like home. So when the cancer came back, my brother like traded houses with me. He wanted to make sure I had it before he died. And the sheriff's department called. I blew every stop sign between me and my best friend's house because I'd packed my shit. I left my own house, and then a week later I shut the lights off. And I laid low, like, finally hit my breaking point where I knew if I stayed with him, I'd either end up dead or worse, I was going to lose my kids. So I finally ran. I finally got it through my head what he was doing to me was not my fault. And that night, they said, Miss Chandler, your house is on... That's something I'll let you know, that's my main name. That's what everybody calls me. Like, Miss Chandler, your house is on fire. And I knew, like, there was no, like... You deal with old dry places like that, and sure enough, we topped the bridge. I'd say we were about 8 miles out in the sky. It's just like it was orange, like somebody just, I don't know, like a meteor, like an explosion, like it was orange. And they were trying to keep me from it, and my dad was up there. I think he's the one that told, because he's the assistant fire chief and on our volunteer crew, and I couldn't find Apollo, and I couldn't